Hey, welcome to the wood shop, little splinters. Today we're going to be working on making a trivet. Trivets are going to be looking like this. They're for putting like hot pots and pans on the dinner table or on a surface that you don't want to get burned. So they're kind of nice to have. Maybe you'll have a chance to make two so you can have a pair of trivets to take home. One of the main things about making trivets that we're going to learn today, skills involved, are going to be measuring, marking, and cutting the wood. We're also going to be learning how to use hammer and nail and doing some good sanding. So tools you're going to need. Going to need tape measure, measuring. Going to need a pencil for marking. Going to need a saw for cutting. Anytime you're measuring, marking, and cutting, or cutting wood and eventually hammering nails into the wood, I always want to have a clamp. So it's a pretty nice heavy-duty clamp here. I don't think it's more than what we need, but that's okay. So you're also going to get some strips of wood. So we're going to measure, mark, and cut these to 8 inches. This one looks like it's just about already 8 inches, so I'll start off with a longer piece of wood in just a second and show you how to measure, mark, and cut that. All right, so here we got a piece of cedar. Cedar is a soft wood. It's got a lot of nice properties to it. After it's sanded, it can look really nice. I like cedar. Best smelling wood out there. Get your nose right up to it and give it a good sniff. And then find that 8-inch mark. Here's that 8-inch mark. And notice that the solid line right after the 8 here, not all tape measures are created the same, but the measurements are. And these solid lines that are near that number is going to be the inch line. They go all the way across the tape measure. I think all of our tape measures are built like that. So I'm going to put my pencil right on that mark, and I'm going to pull this direction. And then I'm going to put the pencil right on that mark again, and I'm going to pull that other direction. And that is creating what is called a crow's foot, okay? Here you can see the crow's foot is like a triangle, and it's kind of like pointing at the 1 inch or the 8-inch mark, okay? So you're going to want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pieces that are 8 inches long. Now you can use a combination square. That's what this is called. You can use a speed square, but the key word there is square. You want a 90-degree line that is going to be going across 90 degrees from the edge. So it's right on that mark, and I'm going to draw a straight line. Oop, there goes my pencil. So there should be a straight line right there. I need to sharpen my pencil. All right, so now I'm going to take my clamp. Now these clamps and a lot of the clamps are built like this. This is like a locking and unlocking mechanism, so it's not it'll move up, but it's not going to move down without me pinching it. So I pinch, pull it away, and then I can slide it up. I like to have a lot of threads from this part of the clamp available because if they're all the way down, if it's all the way down here like this, then I don't have any room to tighten it when I need to tighten it. So start by having it all the way backed up. Okay, get it on the table. Bring that bottom part up to the top, and then you can tighten this up. You don't need to over tighten it. It will put a dent in this soft cedar wood. So just get it snug so that the wood doesn't move while you're sawing. Okay, and while you're sawing, you're gonna have your goggles on. This guy doesn't have any goggles, but he's gonna be safe. Put your saw blade on the waist side of the line that you drew. Okay, the saw blade's like 1/8 of an inch thick, and so it will leave what's called the kerf, and the kerf is the dust that is cut away. If you put this directly on the line, you're gonna end up having a shorter piece of wood than you thought. So I put it on the side of the line so that all the waste kerf ends up on the ground, but I haven't cut any of my 8 inches off yet. Pulling backward, backward, backward. Also, I want to mention I'm a right-handed person, so I'm using my right hand on the saw. I have my left foot forward and my right foot back. That allows for the blade to travel straight back and forth. So you have 1 foot forward, 1 foot back. The foot that's back is the one that you're sawing with. And you're gonna go, once you get that notch, I see a notch is good there. So now I'm gonna start going forward and back, and I'm gonna use a light, I'm not hardly putting any pressure on it, okay? If I put a bunch of pressure, it might get stuck. And I want you to learn slow is smooth and smooth is fast. So once you get that rhythm, you can push a little bit more. This wood is so small that I gotta be a little more careful. So yeah, you don't need to put much pressure on this. If you put much pressure, you might get a lot of splinters. So pretty good clean cut. I'm gonna need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pieces like this. Okay, so now what you're gonna do is you're gonna need to do some sanding. Now this one is almost all the way done sanding. I did this one earlier, but you can still see I got a little mark right there. I don't want that showing, that showing. There's a little bit of a bump right here. So you want to get this thing all smoothed out. No splinters hanging off, all smooth. Remember, start with your grit that is like 60, and then 80, and then 100, 120, 150. 220 might be what you're finishing with, and at that point it's very smooth finish. They do make higher grits, but I think for this project 220 is plenty. So once you get all 6 pieces smoothed, then we can move on to the hammering and nailing portion of this project.